Hey everyone, Galata Knight here. Welcome to my IPSL Season 2 Analyst Breakdown video. Today I'm going to be talking about my draft and the reasons why I choose each and every mon. We're going to start off with Zoroark, my franchise pick. I decided to draft, franchise Zoroark because it's a great mix attacker with a base 105 space speed. And that breaks that 100 space speed barrier. So overall, Zoroark is a very fast mon. It's good as a choice user with choice band, choice scarf, choice specs as well. It's good with focus sash, focus sash lead, life orb. It gets an amazing ability and illusion to trick up my opponents. It has good setup in sword stance and nasty plot, even calm on, even nasty plot's obviously the better choice. Flamethrower, it can learn Sludge Bond, it can learn Dark Pulse, Sucker Punch, Knockoff, Grass Knot. Hidden Power is good with it. It can learn Memento. Overall, I thought Zoroark was an amazing pick. It also learns Pursuit, the trap like the Lotties or something like that. The trap the Lotties, which my overall number one pick that I wanted to draft doesn't like Psychic types, and that is Mega Venusaur. Mega Venusaur is the best Mega in the game, because it can be offensive on both sides and it can be defensive on both sides. It gets access to Earthquake, Knockoff, Power Whip, Outrage, Giga Drain, Energy Ball, Sludge Bomb, Leaf Storm, Leech Seed, Toxic, Synthesis, Sleep Powder. Like, this is an amazing mon. It can do whatever you want it to do. Like, if you want it to stall physical mons 1 week, you can make it do that. If you wanted to make it break through walls with its massive special attack of base 122, you could let it do that. So, overall, I thought Mega Venusaur would be an amazing first round pick for me to build my team around. So, I decided to draft Slowking. Slowking is, at first, in round 2, all the bulky waters were getting drafted, so I decided to pick up Slowking as soon as possible. Slowking has Regenerator, and that's the sole reason why I got it. Regenerator is such an amazing ability. It also has good mix bulk and base with 110 special defense and 80 defense and 95 HP. It has a solid base 100 special attack set. It learns Nasty Plot, Calm Mind. It can have Slack Off with. It has Scald, Ice Beam, Psychic. It can learn Flamethrower and Fire Blast. Like, overall, Slowking is a great mon. It also gets Thunder Wave. I can even run Magicoat to prevent hazards too. Like, overall, Slowking is a great mon. Sorry for my stuttering of words. Slowking's a great mon. It's also good for being a good Rocky Helmet user if you must. Life Orb, Life Orb works. Choice Specs, Leftover. Slowking is a great mon, and I'm glad to have drafted it. The next one I decided to draft is because I needed a defogger, and I'm also going for bulk for this draft. And I decided to draft Zapdos. Zapdos has an amazing defensive presence and offensive presence in one mon. It can be run Life Orb with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Heat Wave, HVI, Signal Beam. It can run U-Turn if there's too many ground types on one team. It also has Defog, which is the #1 reason why I got it, because Venusaur doesn't like being hazard stacked. It can also get access to Baton Pass, Baton Pass Agility. Baton Pass is so underrated, and it's such a great. I love Baton Pass, letting you know. It can learn Tailwind for support. It gets Toxic, being amazing, aka every mon learns Toxic. It also gets access to Thunder Wave, which is one thing I love is Thunder Wave. It also has an amazing base stat of 125 special attack, so I'm getting wall breaking potential on a defensive mon, for me at least. The next one I decided to draft is Lando T. Reasons why I drafted Lando T, which I don't know why it got to the 4th round. Y'all guys are idiots for not letting me draft this, in the 4th round. Lando T is an amazing, overall great mon. It's a good stealth rocker, hard-hitting attacker. It can be even run mixed if you want. It has a good solid bulk and a great typing. Like, it can learn Stealth Rocks for support. It can get Knockoff, Earthquake, Stone Edge, U-Turn for Switch Initiative. It can be set up with Sword Dance and Rock Polish. It can learn Outrage, especially offensive. I think it learns Calm On, right? Yeah, it learns Calm On. It gets Boca for also setup. It gets Earth Power, X is Sensory. I can run Hidden Power Flying for Stab. It gets Explosion. Like, this mon learns so much. I can do so much with it, and I plan on doing so this season. The next mon I decided to do was to draft a Steel type and a mon that can be yet again another rocker, and I decided to draft Cobalion. Cobalion has a base speed of 108, which is what I needed. I needed more speed on my team, and it also has a good typing as well, and it really has really good defense stat, which I have at this point been lacking a true physical wall. It gets Volt Switch. It can be close. I can learn close combat, Sacred Sword if you must, Iron Head, Poison Jab, Stone Edge. It gets Thunder Wave, Sword Stance for setup. Again, Volt Switch, which so far, if you notice, I'm making a Volt Switch core. It can also learn Taunt, which is one big reason why I got it. Because, frankly, Taunt is yet again another underrated move to prevent setup. So, I plan on using Taunt once in a while. You will see if I get to use it. It's also good with item-wise. It can be a good Choice Scarf user. It can be a good Life Orb user. It's good with Leftovers, Rocky Helmet, even Assault Vest I might run one week. So overall, I thought this was a good mon because I like mons with versatility, and Cobalion was that diverse mon that I needed. So the next mon I decided to draft was my dragon in Flygon. Flygon is an amazing choice user, as in being choice band, choice scarf. It can even run choice specs. It can be life orb. It gets moves like Draco Meteor, Outrage, Earthquake, Boom Burst for God's sakes, Crunch, U-turn for Switch Initiative. Again, more U-turn Volt Switch support. It can run Roost with me running Life Orb. It can learn Tailwind for support. Overall, I knew, and also another reason why I got Flygon, actually the number one reason, because it got Defog. And that takes away Defog pressure from Zapdos, so that I don't have to keep running Defog and Zapdos every week. So I can run Defog with Flygon one week. And Flygon has overall a decent base stat, and having 80 in its defenses, 80 HP, defense, and special defense, and a good base 100 special attack, physical attack, and speed. And also it has Levitate, which is yet again getting rid of my ground weakness that I have with Cobalion. So seeing some synergy there. Okay, the next one I decided to draft because I needed a mon to have with aromatherapy and a fairy type as well. So I decided to draft Aromatisse. Like I said, aromatherapy was the main reason why I did it, because Flygon doesn't like being burned, Venusaur doesn't like being burned, Zap doesn't like being toxic, Cobalion being burned. Like, my mons don't like being burned. For them to be used greatly, I need them not to be burned, paralyzed, or toxic. So I decided to draft Aromatisse. Aromatisse is good defensively. It gets Trick Room, Moonblast, Psyshock. Moonblast, Psyshock gets access to Thunderbolt. It's a good Wish Protectmon as well. I'm pretty sure it gets access to Reflect and Light Screen. It gets Energy Ball for coverage. Overall, I thought this would be a good mon. It can also run Calm Mind for setup as well if I wanted to bring this offensively one week. So overall, I thought Aromatisse was a great addition to this team. And it being very bulky as well is another reason why my team is starting to be very bulky, and I'm loving that. The next one I decided to draft is Kecleon. Main reason why I drafted Kecleon, because my team, I think, somewhat lacks coverage, and Kecleon gives me that coverage, and also gives me yet again another rocker, which I needed more. I need more rockers, so I don't have to rely on Lando and Cobalion bringing rocks every week. And it, like I said, it learns pretty much everything. It learns fire. It can learn fire coverage, fighting coverage, start coverage, normal. It can learn grass knot, ice coverage, dark coverage. It gets access to recover, ghost coverage as well, like electric, and yet again another Thunderwave user. If you know this is trending so far, hashtag Thunderwave in the comments. Okay, yeah. Overall, Kecleon is a good special wall, which is something that I didn't have. Which it pairs up well with my team, I think, which I hope I get to use Kecleon well this season. Alan had it last season, and he used it well, I think, and I'm hoping I get to use Kecleon very well this season. The next one I decided to draft, and I'm so happy I got this, because this is a Tier 5 mon that should not be Tier 5, because I got access to Speed Boost Combusken. Speed Boost Combusken with Bulk Up. It can learn Sword Dance. It can be run. It gets Eviolite, so it can take hits for days and able to Baton Pass before it gets knocked out. It gets access to so much with Baton Pass. Baton Pass is so underrated, and I plan on using Combusken very well. Well, hopefully. Like, I fell in love with Baton Pass ever since I helped out Ranger in the semifinals and championship match. I helped them team build, and I fell in love with Baton Pass, and I'm hoping I get to use Combuskin well. I really hope I do get to use them because Baton Pass is so underrated. I'm going to make Combuskin a threat this season. And the last one I decided to draft, which with my tier 2 pick, is Alakazam. Alakazam is everything you want. Like, Alakazam is pretty much a great offensive special attacker, and it breaks that 110 base barrier that outspeeds Roslades and Mega Diancie. I needed something to be above that 110 speed because he would just drop his 110 base mons down if you wanted. Well, they could drop their base 110 mons down. Or, like, if let's say they had, like, a base 130 speed stat, they can just drop it down to Cobalion and get a lot of bulk. I'm making sure that they only drop it down to Alakazam speed. And Alakazam gets great coverage in Psychic, Energy Ball, it gets Dazzling Gleam, Focus Blast, a good hidden power can be used on it, it gets Shockwave as well. It's a good taunt user, and yet again, Thunder Wave. Trending, Thunder Wave. It also gets access to Trick, and I'm pretty sure I can use Sub as well on it, or use Sub well on it as well, and it gets Magic Guard, as it's saying, and it also gets set up with Calm on it. Like, overall, Alakazam is such an amazing mod. I really like it simply because of that coverage. That coverage is what my team needed. So, this is my team. I am the Baltimore Blastoise, a.k.a. Galatonite. Galatonite signing out.